Hey everyone. This is the end of week one, and I'm driving up to see my friend right now. But this road is freaking shitty. Holy shit. Google said this road would save me 8 minutes. I don't know why I believed it. It's not saving me 8 minutes the cost of my car. I mean, I'm glad I have a 4Runner, so it does really well on this road, but yeah, it's like an empty land right next to me, and then mountains on the left side. It's like a little bit of Kansas on the right side, and beautiful mountains on the left side. But yeah, this is the end of week one of being a self-employed entrepreneur. I'm actually working on something big that could hopefully help me boost the business a lot more. Let's see if it goes well. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but if it goes well, this is going to catapult this channel and just catapult the business in general. But yeah, so some of the things are highlights from week number one. Make sure you split your expenses from your personal and your business. What I mean by that is, like, don't just start buying stuff for your business if you have a business and then mix it in together with personal purchases. That's not smart to do, because one, for tax purposes, you definitely want to isolate those expenses so you can get reimbursed for them from a tax perspective, and then, or like tax deducted, and also just to make sure that you keep your finances in order, right? So for example, I needed to buy some whiteboards and some markers, and the one thing I kept in mind, I was like, oh snap, I almost put them on the same transaction, and then I just literally got 2 separate receipts for that. And I think that'll make my life a lot easier by making sure I separate personal and life expenses together. That way, when I reimburse myself from the business and the business pays me, it does not have to worry about it from being it can get deducted from the tax income of the business. Second thing that I've learned, you might lose gigs. So I had a contract lined up that I thought I was doing very well on, and I thought that was in the bag, and it would have paid a lot of good money, but they ended up canceling, and then I got 3 contracts after that. So even when it seems that it's in the bag, always assume that the worst can happen, and don't rely on the fact that someone said they're impressed, or someone said that they're wanting to do something, they just want to do some extra steps or talk. So if someone's trying to tell you that, just tell them, okay, thank you, if you can give me a decision by tomorrow. If not, I would like to pass on this opportunity. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity, but if they're going to take more than a week to get back to you, and even then get back to you with a rejection, for example, or just try to tell you, hey, we feel something internally, that's a week of my life that was wasted. Just like, all right, I think I got the cat in the bag, and I'm gonna score this deal. That didn't work through, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not really worried about it. But it's just learnings, right? Like, the most important thing from this journey is what I learned and what I can teach you. So if you're consulting and a gig takes too long to come back with the response on whether they want you to start, the pricing, if they're trying to negotiate too much. So like, for example, it's okay if they're like, if we're looking at, for example, like a little bit of a negotiation, for example, trying to bring my hourly rate to like $10. But it's not okay when you're trying to tell me, hey, I want to take down your hourly by $25, $30, because that's not worth it for me then. I'm sorry, but that's not worth my time, because I already make $100 an hour doing some other things. But yeah, so given those factors, I would highly recommend that, honestly, you consider, like if you're doing consulting, just don't worry too much if you don't get the gig. I mean, and don't be willing to compromise on your price unless you need the money. Then definitely do that. But if you don't need the money, stick to it. Eventually a job will show up that will pay you what you deserve. And honestly, the thing that I'm working on, the big thing, if it actually works the way I expect it to work, we're looking at me not needing to consult for a long period of time, because the revenue I expect to generate from this thing should hopefully sustain me for at least a year to more than 6 months. if not longer. And it might open the doors for a lot more stuff for me to do, because then I don't have to be spending, let's say, 10, 15 hours a week looking for contracts and trying to attain contracts. And instead, I can just spend my time building more things that can make me more revenue, specifically passive. The main goal is passive. I mean, that's the whole main goal of this business. Because if I'm sitting there managing 15 income streams, it's not going to work out very well for me. And then there's a lot of signs that say local traffic only. I don't know, am I breaking the law by not being local traffic? I mean, I don't think so, because it's a road. It's still a public road. What did he mean? They got to close the road down for me? And they said local traffic only. I don't care. I'm passing through. But to be honest with you, this has been a good week. I mean, for the first time ever, I feel healthy. I'm down like 3-4 pounds this week, and I started exercising, and I'm hoping to take that into high gear. I got to work on an idea that I've had for a while, and I finally got that idea technically completed, and now it's just time to try to sell it. It's been a great productive week, and I mean, I made my first YouTube video, and I want to thank everybody that's viewed the first one. I did not expect to get that many views. Hopefully the second one that I made, the 8 passive income streams, can get equivalent views. But let's see, maybe the YouTube algorithm can be kind to me on this video. But yeah, so if you're still watching, I appreciate you supporting me, and I look forward to making new videos. So some of the new videos I will make are passive income streams in general. What are digital assets? And then another one is I'm going to try to feature some people that actually make passive income. So a friend of my brother's made he's a crypto investor, and he was able to make more than $21 million. No, not 21. He was able to make more than $2 million. If he was making $21 million, I highly doubt I could put the dude on the phone. But he made $2 million just buying Ethereum back when no one believed in it. And he made a lot of money from that. He put a lot of money into this, and now he has $2 million. And I'm very impressed by his story, because he started his own business, and his business is starting up off the ground. Even though he had the money, instead of spending it, he actually spent it to make more money. And that, to me, it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of motivation, and a understanding that the money that you have, it doesn't necessarily needs to be spent. Just because you got it, you don't need to spend it. On the contrary, if you have money, save it, invest it, and make it work for you. Because we don't want to keep working forever if you're watching this channel, right? Because this whole series is about being your own boss. And for me, being my own boss, building passive income streams. But for you, it can be your own boss, running your own restaurant. It can be whatever you want to run. And I'm assuming you don't want to go back to normal employment, and you want to make a lot more money with your time than you would normally make. So yeah, so I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to find more inspirational people that I can bring into this journey, and hopefully create some form of knowledge, because I really don't want, I want people who want to be their own bosses to be free, and I want to share the knowledge, and I want to work with people, and I want to collaborate. Because collaboration, one, you can't do things alone. Two, collaboration, you learn a lot from people. So this is actually something I used a lot while I was a software engineer. It's the best advice I can give you. It's ask questions, get connected with people, and things will fall into place. What I mean by that is, let's say you're trying to learn something, right? You're trying to, for my example, I'm trying to build a business and passive income. I'm going to learn it by working with other people, and not just by working for myself and by myself, right? It's great to work for yourself, but you need to work with people, because one, I need to hire people eventually, right? If I grow this into an actual business, I'm going to need to hire people. I also need to start just talking to people, learn from people, because a lot of the ideas I already have, I got from people, just watching videos, talking to people. And if I talk to more people doing businesses, more people being their own boss, one, it motivates me to do it and stick with it. Two, it might connect me to people that might be clients someday in my consulting gig. or it's just something that where maybe I can collaborate, right, with digital assets. For example, if someone is very capable, I could probably collaborate with them to make a YouTube video, for example, or a product. Yeah, I just did something illegal, but I wasn't going to sit there and wait on traffic to pass through, just because it is very crowded today and I've been stuck in traffic for a while. Out of traffic, by the way, is not that bad. People say it is, but honestly, I've been in a lot worse. I have to drive through 5 hours plus on a 5-hour drive, so I ended up driving for 10 hours almost to get from where I used to live to LA. So this is not that bad. Ooh, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But yeah, thank you for watching, and stick along for my next few videos. I'm normally going to do videos once a week, but since it's the beginning of the channel, I'm going to try to squeeze a little bit more content in the next week, especially since I have the free time right now. And I really enjoy doing this. Like, I really enjoy talking to the camera. I realize I like to talk a lot. But yeah, I really enjoy talking to the camera, so let's keep this going. Let's keep the momentum going, and I hope to meet and a lot of new people. And thank you everybody that commented, especially friends and family, and then especially people that I don't know. And if you're making your own channel, please comment. Let me know. I want to follow you. I want to learn from you, and I appreciate if you subscribe to me. And let's see where we both can take this.